So if you've seen our working Pip-boy 2000 upgrade, then you might have thought that the past couple of years I'd love to do it myself, but I can't afford that Blackberry Passport. Well, this might be your opportunity. Better stay tuned. This is your Geek Fix. When I made the first Pip-boy 2000 video, these Blackberries were not cheap, although I told Waze that I was able to buy some that were, not in perfect condition by any means. But now, thanks to BlackBerry having shut down their servers, these phones are pretty easy to get at a really low price. In fact, this one right here was $20, and you can get them between $20 and about $35 is what I've been seeing them. And there's one big reason for that, and that is that the BlackBerry servers have been shut down. And so for that reason, setting up your phone, if you're starting from scratch, is now impossible. What happens is you get to this Wi-Fi connection screen or data connection screen and can't get past it. And so if you go on eBay right now, you're going to find that there's all these BlackBerry Passports that they say are not working or that you're buying for parts, but when you read the description it says that they can't get past this screen. And so for that reason they're selling them for cheap because they think that they can't set them up. But there is a workaround. There is a way to still set this up without the BlackBerry servers. And the way to do it is so bizarre. Like, everybody on all the forums has been talking about it now since at least the beginning of the year, that whoever came up with this, so what made them even think to try it is interesting. So basically, when you first get in, you might start with this screen. So if you were to start from absolute scratch, the first thing you have to do is you have to go through your agreements, and then it'll bring you to this screen. Most of the newer Blackberries that I bought, since this has occurred, seem to be stuck on this screen or the next one, which looks like this right here. It says connect to Wi-Fi. And what you have to do is, first off, do not connect to Wi-Fi. If you do, you might ruin your chance of being able to set this up. So don't connect to Wi-Fi on that screen. If you have made that mistake, I'll tell you a possible workaround on that as well. But I will say it's going to be a lot easier if you don't set up any Wi-Fi. The next step that we're going to be doing involves putting this into an access mode. So basically, the way that we're going to be doing that is putting it into the text-to-speech by clicking this power button 3 times really quickly. 1, 2, 3, just like that. And then just wait for a second.
Turn on screen reader.
So it says turn on screen reader.
The BlackBerry screen reader that assists people with vision impairments. Double tap with 2 fingers to turn on the screen reader and open the screen reader help.
So we're going to use both fingers to tap, double tapping, to turn it on. Now that the screen reader's on, I'm going to now single click that skip button.
Skip button.
Then double click it.
To activate. BlackBerry ID. With a BlackBerry ID, you can access BlackBerry products.
Now we're going to be waiting for the skip statement, at which time I'm going to double click the screen.
World and the anti-theft feature in BlackBerry Protect, designed to prevent anyone from setting up your device without knowing your BlackBerry ID. Sign in. Create account. Learn more about BlackBerry ID. Previous. Skip.
I double clicked when it said skip. Now, yes, I do. So I'll tap it once and then double click it.
Tap to activate BlackBerry ID.
And then I'm just going to click skip. Then I'm going to click enable. I've got to leave the screen reader on, even for this part.
Regional update.
I'm going to click next.
Customizing for your region. Next button, double tap to activate.
Now it's doing the software update. This can take a few minutes. What's interesting about this is it doesn't have to connect to the internet to complete this. So it's checking for updates. It won't see anything and it won't connect. And then I'll just come back and say it must be up to date. Now,
touch the screen to set a point of regard.
It says software, I can set up the Wi-Fi. I'm not going to do that still. I'm going to swipe left to skip, but first I'm going to disable the screen reader by triple clicking this.
Screen reader off.
And then I'm going to just say swipe left, whoops, like so, and then click OK. And now what it's going to do is it's going to go into our demo mode to teach you how to use everything from the track pads and the screen. And just like that, I'm now officially inside my phone. So now I can start setting up apps and making it look the way I want to for my Pip-boy. Now what do you do if you did accidentally log into your Wi-Fi? Or just plain old, when you try to do what I did, instead of it continuing to read, it does nothing when you get to that connect to Wi-Fi page. So it doesn't give me my option for being able to do the skip button. All I can do is go backward or set up my internet. Well, we have to do a hard reset, which is a couple ways to try that. One is you're pushing both the volume up and down buttons, you hold them, and it will restart the phone. Another one is to hold the up button and the power button, or trying the down button and the power button and seeing if that also restores the phone. Typically though, it just reboots it. It doesn't really put it into that factory reset. But one way to do it is, what we do is I turn off my phone.
Turning off device.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to open up the back of the phone. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off this top part. Is pretty easy to remove. In fact, on some of the phones that they're selling, I think it's already removed. The next part is, in order to take off the rest of this back plate, I'm going to have to unscrew a couple of screws here that are at the top. So one here. And then I'm just going to go around. Either you can go around and I'm going to remove that part. And then if I move back this shield right here, you can see that I also have a screw that is right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove that screw, and then I'm going to be able to pop off that battery connector right there like that, and I'm going to leave it disconnected for about 30 seconds. At that point in time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down my power button for about 10 seconds. Honestly, it doesn't hurt it. If you do it longer than that, it kind of guarantees it a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold it down for a bit longer. When that is done, then we're ready to connect that battery back up. So I just connect it like so. And then I'm going to put the backing on it as well, just so I don't have anything that's open that's going to touch my skin as I turn it on. And now we'll go ahead and start up the phone. And then when I go into my Wi-Fi setting, it'll start to read it again out loud. So
Blackberry ID,
there you go.
You can access Blackberry.
Now your phone's ready to be able to put into your Pip-boy. Whether you do it the way that I did it, which is a little bit more complicated, or if you want to do it the way that Esso Bregor and James from our channel did it, it'll be just as cool. Also, I want to mention that Mr. Malto 4, or James as we better know him from our podcast, is working on his own app that makes it look more like the Fallout 76 interface. So stay tuned for that, as they'll let us know where to find that. Also, if you want the links to all the parts that we used in video 3 and had a hard time finding them, I'll put those in the description below, as well as the link to the way to be able to take apart the holotape area without it becoming a disaster. In the meantime, like, subscribe, comment below. This is your Geek Fix.